Evening, everybody. Optimus Prime here, back for another Transformers review. Now, today, we're going to be reviewing Beast Hunters. The first 3 episodes, I think, were out about an hour ago. So, I watched it on YouTube, although it looked like it was filmed next to someone's heart, because you could just hear whoa, 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 the whole time. It was really annoying. Anyway, I have one word. Wow. Wow. I was completely blown away by the first 3 episodes of Beast Hunters. Okay, we got some new characters. Well, I'll say new, old characters-ish. You get, the regular characters are back in it. Although, in this version, you actually get Nightwatch Bumblebee. So that's cool. It actually made me want to buy Nightwatch Beast Bumblebee. Okay, but that's that. Okay. Also, another thing, you get Ultra Magnus, the toy, which you can't actually see, but I do have over there on my Prime shelf. Reminds me to turn that light on. I have a light over there, I just don't ever use it. So Ultra Magnus is in it. That was awesome. By the way, spoilers. Oops. So if you haven't watched it, stop now. You probably should have not watched this if you didn't want spoilers. I'll put it in the title. Anyway, Shockwave comes back into it. Very, very different. He's got lots of spikes on him. He doesn't look as clean as the old Shockwave, but granted, that's Beast Wars or Beast Hunters. You finally find out what happens to Prime. I'm not going to spell it all out, but just wow. Wow. Just thinking about it blows me away. The Autobots are scattered to the end of the Earth. It takes Ultra Magnus to get them back together. That's basically it. As I said, you do get Ultra Magnus back in it. Well, back in it, I say. I mean, more along the lines of you get an Ultra Magnus. Which is awesome, because I didn't think he was going to get a toy, which he did, and he is awesome. He's a bit of a pain, though. He's very by the book, you must have no fun. Yeah, I'm Ultra Magnus. He doesn't talk like that, but yeah, he's very, very cool. And all I need is an RC and a Ratchet, and I'll have all of Prime, the Prime guys. Then you get, sorry, my mind kind of blinked there for a second. Then you get Predaking. Although he's not referred to as Predaking, he's referred to as a Predacon. Now, the Predacons are apparently extinct. They're like the dinosaurs. They roamed the Cybertron way before the Autobots and the Decepticons got around to it. Which, I guess makes sense. Sure. It's Transformers. It's giant sentient robots that transform. You kind of got to give it a little leeway. At least I do. So if you haven't seen Transformers Prime Beast Hunters, the first season, there's going to be lots of spoilers in here. The team obviously gets back together, aside from Smokescreen and Prime. Smokescreen, being Smokescreen, can't leave Prime to die in the ensuing rubble that will be the Autobots' old base. So, in a remarkable display of courage, goes back in after him. I gotta have a toy to play with, otherwise I get bored. But Ratchet sent off, Bulkhead sent off, RC sent off. You don't know where to. But they are sent to different corners of the planet, apparently. It's kind of vague, and it's supposed to be kind of vague as to where they are. Though Jack, in a remarkable display of stupidity I really do count this as stupidity on his part. It's been so long since I freaking... stupidity on his part, because they were told by Optimus not to use the cell phones. Apparently everybody else gets it. Jack does not. And if you know Jack from the cartoon, he's not an idiot. He's very much what Prime was before he became a Prime. Oh, and that bit with smokescreen. Oh, that was brilliant. But I'll get to that. There are, I just pulled his arm off. The Insecticons don't really come into it, which is probably for the best. I wasn't a huge fan of the Insecticons anyway. I don't know. The only one that I found actually really liking is the guy that almost killed Bulkhead. And that was for the fact that he almost killed Bulkhead. But there we go. The less said about that, the better. Because I don't want to have to deal with angry trolls and angry commenters. Now, going back to, so the Autobots base is pretty much destroyed. Well, in fact, it is destroyed. And the Decepticons, being the Decepticons, why don't you tab in, are going through the base, tearing it apart, looking for old Icon relics. And some of them they do find. I think they find like the Forge of Solus Prime. They find the Apex armor back on, because as you saw in the end, they brought their relics for their friends, the Autobots did, the Autobots. And what is really, oop, I lost a gun. What is, I don't know if I, the thing that got me about this episode is it was awesome. It was very cool. Ultra Magnus kind of got annoying. But like, really, that's the Ultra Magnus they're going with, really. But yeah, apparently that's the Ultra Magnus they're going with. The thing that got to me was Raph still being able to access the internet on his laptop. Which I guess they had to do for plot's sake, and it was really funny. They're looking for the other Autobots, and bloody hell, get in there. There we go. They're looking for the other Autobots, and the thing that Raph does is he accesses the internet looking for pictures of, well, obviously the Autobots. Any sign of Ratchet, Prime, Wheeljack, RC, Bulkhead, anybody. He comes across a picture of Ratchet in the very much, in the very iconic, I guess I'll use the word iconic, Bigfoot pose. Literally, it's foggy picture and everything. It's Bigfoot. Well, being a 20-foot transformer. Anyway. You know, it's the Bigfoot picture in a junkyard. So they find out where it's been, they go after him, and he pretty much tells them to bugger off. He just wants to be left to die in peace. Although Ratchet, being Ratchet, comes around to them at the end and meets them in their new supposed headquarters of the Decepticon, one of the crashed Decepticon fleet ships things, that the one that Starscream used back in one of the episodes. I can't remember. Oh, the one where he gets all of his clones, the Seeker clones. Although the Seekers are actually named in this one. Starscream calls out the Seekers, and they promptly go to work. They're white. The Jetcons, what are they called? Jet Viacons, that are white. They're like the superior class, and they're known as Seekers. So Starscream is the leader of the Seekers. Who knew? When the Autobots finally made up, and this is with everybody, RC and Bumblebee are talking, and it's one of the funniest things. I did laugh. I did laugh at this part. Excuse me. RC compliments Bumblebee on his new paint job. And she said, well, at least you had something to work with. If I reversed my paint scheme, I'd be pink. Referring to G1 RC, who was pink. I like that. I really did like that. A little bit of humor in there. Smokescreen, being Smokescreen, runs back into the rubble after he gets bridged out in the span of like 2 seconds. It's really interesting. Because in the cartoon, in the flashback, I think he's like the first to go, but can use the ground bridge to get back, and nobody saw him. Plot convenience. But it was very interesting. I'll give it that. Wow, 10 minutes already. It was interesting. I'm trying to think, because Smokescreen goes in to grab Optimus. But when he got there, the building had already come down, crashed upon him, and Prime was pretty much dead. But Smokescreen, having the phase shifter, gets Optimus out of the rubble and brings him into like a mountain, middle of a mountain. It's kind of weird. Prime, barely having the energy to talk, says for him he needs to get the Forge of Soulless Prime. Smokescreen, I almost called him Wheeljack. Well, I'll get to Wheeljack in a minute. Smokescreen, thinking that Prime wants to rebuild himself, goes and steals the Forge of Soulless Prime from Megatron. Very easily, I might add. Very easily. Wheeljack was found in the rubble of the crashed jackhammer. Which, why the jackhammer crashed, I don't exactly know. I'd have to go watch Prime, the ending of Prime, to fully get it. But Starscream takes him and basically tortures him to reveal where the Autobots are. Yeah, I know my bedtime is. What are you gonna do? Then when Shockwave shows up, he does a cortical psychic patch, and doesn't learn anything. And they pretty much say that he's outlived his usefulness. Starscream says that you can leave it to me, I'll destroy him, and sends his Seekers in to destroy him themselves, and not Starscream, which is weird. Needless to say, Wheeljack gets out of it and meets up with Bulkhead and Miko. Miko, I'm surprised she's not very annoying in this one. She's actually a lot more calm. She's not unicorn, blah 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 blah, like she was in Prime. No, she's actually a little bit better in this one, I think, personally. But the time for a new Prime is upon us. Just who is that Prime? Well, according to Optimus, it's Smokescreen. How bloody awesome is that going to be? I mean, really. I was like, what? When the episode ended, because it just kind of stops. You know, it's like, the Prime is standing before me. And then just zooms in on, I think it zooms in on Smokescreen, and then just done. It's done. It just stops. Like, no! No! Keep going! But yes, woo. But yes, that is me, done. If you haven't already, you need to see Beast Hunters. Optimus 405, I'm talking directly to you. I talk to you on Facebook. There's more than enough time in the day to watch it. Try Tuesday when you're off, whenever, but you need to watch that episode. It is so good, it'll blow your mind. Anyway, this is going to be me rambling on because I'm very tired. For the past 2 days, I've had to be up at 6. I'm not used to that, so I'm a little bit run down at the moment. So, anyway, this has been Optimus Prime. Thank you for watching. And yes, you may notice a different location yet again. However, if I was on this computer, which you can kind of make out next to me, to where the light's coming from. Well, that and my light. Ooh. This, I had to record the video, then the audio. The video and the audio separately on this one. This one, it does it both together for me. It's a little bit higher. So, instead of going like here, I'll have to go up here. But that's not really a big deal to me. This is basically where my old reviewing station was. Anyway, so, I've rambled on for far too long about this episode. It's just that good. If you haven't seen it, see it. Anyway, this has been Roctimus Prime. I'll talk to you later.